It never pays to lie, especially when you're in the public eye.
Even though Tyga raps about life in Compton, we found and aired this reality show clip where he says he grew up in LA's San Fernando Valley.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times celebs were caught lying. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at celebrities and athletes that were eventually caught lying about either their work or their personal lives.
I have temporary lip fillers. It's just an insecurity of mine, and it's what I wanted to do. I'm just not ready to talk to reporters about my lips yet.
Politicians are exempt from this list because lying, or at least the appearance of lying, seems to be the norm in that line of work.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period.
Number 10. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Hey, honey, I should probably tell you. I was married once before.
Though Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt would initially deny allegations of an affair, many did think it was a very big coincidence that the scandal broke out the same year that Pitt and then-wife Jennifer Aniston ultimately divorced. During the proceedings, Jolie would claim no infidelity took place and cited her father's cheating on her mother as ample deterrent. And yet, just a few months after the divorce was finalized, Jolie announced her pregnancy with Pitt's child. So, did they or didn't they? Well, in 2008, both Jolie and Pitt would refer to Mr. and Mrs. Smith as the movie where they, quote, fell in love, in 2 separate articles. So, we guess that answers that.
So what did you decide?
I want a divorce.
Number 9. Milli Vanilli.
Blame it on the rain that was falling, falling. Blame it on the stars that shine that night.
They certainly can't blame this one on the rain. Milli Vanilli was hot in the late 80s, but soon after, their lip-syncing facade began to crack. Charles Shaw, one of the actual singers, came forward in 1989 and revealed he was one of 3 vocalists who recorded the tracks.
My voice done made it #1 worldwide. But you're still sitting in the back and saying, that's not what I really wanted. I wanted to make it.
As the vocals were attributed to Fab Morvan and Rob Pilatus, things got messy fast. Morvan and Pilatus had to ultimately relinquish their Grammy, and lawsuits were sprung on them and Arista Records, citing consumer fraud protection laws. While Morvan recovered from the humiliation, Pilatus did not, suffering from drug addiction until his death in 1998.
Being punched every day in the public eye leaves marks, you know? And the only way he could deal with it, for him, was the addiction.
Number 8. Lil Kim. Some lies can get you jail time. That's what Lil Kim found out during a court proceeding in 2005. She told a federal grand jury that her co-manager, Damian Butler, and bodyguard Swift Jackson were not involved in a 2001 shootout in front of radio station Hot 97 in New York. She also claimed to have not been on the scene or to know one of the suspects. But Lil Kim ran into big problems when security footage was released, showing that not only was Kim there, but so were Butler and Jackson. This misrecollection earned the rapper 366 days in prison, 30 days house arrest, and 3 years probation.
A lot of the smartest people are in prison.
Number 7. Britney Spears.
Us Weekly's Todd Gold posed the same question, and she said, quote, I want to wait to have sex until I'm married. I do. I want to wait.
Back when Britney Spears was dating fellow pop sensation Justin Timberlake in the early 2000s, Brit attempted to stick to her southern morals and leave sex until after marriage. Or at least that's what she said.
Did you and she live up to this during your relationship?
Sure.
Despite her claiming to be a virgin, Justin indirectly let the cat out of the bag in an interview with Barbara Walters in 2002, after the young power couple had split.
It was a really weird time. There was like talk about what we did together and like really sexually and stuff, and I just felt very exploitive and very weird.
A year later, when confronted with the question in a magazine interview, Britney then admitted that they had slept together, but was not expecting her former lover to make the info public.
At first, he'll date a popular female singer.
Publicly, they'll claim to be virgins, but privately, he hid it.
Number 6. Paris Hilton.
Stories about you being use of drugs and the like, parties and wild scenes, all wrong.
People make up so many crazy stories. The things I read about and things I see is not the person who I am.
After serving jail time, Paris Hilton appeared on Larry King Live to talk about the experience. During the interview, King asked the heiress if she'd ever taken drugs, and twice she denied it, claiming all she's taken were meds for ADHD.
It's Adderall. I think anyone who has ADD takes it.
Photos began to pop up showing Hilton smoking weed, though, and perpetrators of a 2008 robbery claimed to have found cocaine in her Hollywood mansion. However, what cast the most doubt on Paris's drug-free claims was when she was arrested on suspicion of cocaine possession in 2010. A suspicion cast due to the 0.8 grams of the stuff found in a handbag that also contained her credit cards, phone, and driver's license.
Now, first of all, as to the possession, what did you possess?
Cocaine.
Number 5. Beyoncé.
I can have another you by tomorrow, so don't you ever for a second get to thinking irreplaceable.
In a 2008 interview with Marie Claire UK, Beyoncé appeared to imply that some of the lyrics to her 2006 single Irreplaceable weren't actually aimed at Jay-Z. Prompted by an onstage claim that B wrote the song for her ladies, Ne-Yo came forward saying he had written the lyrics himself, for himself. Ne-Yo went so far as to express regret for giving the song up, although he acknowledged it was better suited to a female artist. The singer also confirmed that Beyoncé rewrote the song's harmony and melody lines, and thus did in fact earn her songwriting credit, just not for the lyrics.
If you listen to my version of Irreplaceable and listen to Beyonce's version of Irreplaceable, it's two damn totally different songs with all the harmonies and extra stuff that she put in there. So yeah, I gave her writer's credit because that counts. That's writing.
Number 4. Kim Kardashian.
Why did you make a sex tape?
Because I was horny and I felt like it.
In 2007, when Kim Kardashian was only semi-famous, rumors emerged about a sex tape made by her and her ex, Ray J. In an interview with Complex magazine, she publicly denied that any sex tape was made. Even worse, she denied it to her then-boyfriend, Nick Cannon.
I confronted her about it. I'm like, yo, I hear, people are telling me that there's this wild sex tape that you got going on. She was like, no, absolutely not.
When the tape finally did get leaked, Nick called it quits, saying it was mostly the deception that pushed him away. Despite claiming she wouldn't release a sex tape for any amount of money, Kim is reported to have settled for a $5 million payout from Vivid Entertainment, and has long battled armchair speculation that she herself was directly involved in the leak.
Do you regret the tape? Or in a way, are you grateful for that experience?
I'm definitely not grateful for that experience. I would say if I had one regret, that would be it. If I were to do it again, like live my life again, obviously I wouldn't do that again.
Number 3. Taylor Swift.
I don't trust nobody and nobody trusts me. I'll be the actress starring in your bad dreams.
Kanye West plus Taylor Swift always seems to equal controversy. In West's 2016 single Famous, the rapper took a shot at Taylor with lyrics about how he made her, as the title suggests, famous, and that he could have sex with her on account of it.
I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. Goddamn! I made that bitch famous.
Tay-Tay's spokespeople denied that any approval of the lyric had been given, and she then responded by throwing shade back at Kanye at that year's Grammys.
There are going to be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or your fame.
And then a video surfaced. Free of unadulterated acts of fame-making, the video instead showed Kanye having a phone call with Taylor, wherein she seemed totally fine with the dig, making her later response seem very unwarranted.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Like, the heads up is so nice. Like, things without, even asking or seeing if I'd be okay with it, and I just really appreciate it. It's like, I never would have expected you to, tell me about the line in one of your songs.
Number 2. Brian Williams.
We took fire on the way in. We currently are not under fire. I say again, not under fire, but we look for some type of security, over.
In 2003, while on assignment in Iraq, Brian Williams was traveling on a military Chinook helicopter when the chopper ahead was hit by RPG fire. Williams reported a story to this effect at the time, But as the years passed, the story morphed until he was no longer a mere witness, but a victim of the attack.
2 of our 4 helicopters were hit by ground fire, including the one I was in.
No kidding.
RPG and AK-47.
Williams chalked up the mistelling as a bungled attempt to thank a vet involved in the incident, an explanation that seemingly overlooked his past reimaginings of the event.
I want to apologize. I said I was traveling in an aircraft that was hit by RPG fire. I was instead in a following aircraft.
The fallout was a 6-month suspension from NBC Nightly News and a serious blow to his professional reputation. Before we unveil our #1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Hello, my sister and I would like to thank Much Music and everyone who voted for us.
But I would not be telling you the truth if I didn't tell you it still scared me.
Is that why you didn't tell the truth in the beginning about the gastric bypass?
That's why I didn't talk about it.
#1, Lance Armstrong.
To think that I'm going to come back into sport and risk my life with performance-enhancing drugs is crazy.
Cancer survivor and Tour de France champion Lance Armstrong always maintained that his legacy was drug-free. But in 2012, after years of denying charges to the contrary, the U.S. anti-doping agency determined that was a lie.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
By October of that year, Armstrong had forfeited prizes and awards dating back to 1998. He was stripped of all 7 Tour de France titles, and he was banned for life from Olympic sports. The IOC would later delete Armstrong's Olympic results and take back his bronze medal. Additionally, he was forced out of the foundation that once carried his name, lost multiple sponsorships, and even saw the episodes of Arthur he appeared in be banned. All due to this one massive, long-running lie.
There we go. Good as new. So, did you want an autograph?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.